Taxi Talk. Taxi Talk.
Hi and welcome to a special edition of Taxi Talk. Today we are at the PHTM at the Annual Exhibition. It's quite a busy day today as well, and at the moment I'm just interviewing lots of different people from around the industry, and I'm joined today by tippmee.
Hello.
And we're going to ask you some questions about the industry. Some
Go for
you
it.
may be able to answer, some you may not.
I will try my best.
Yeah, you've been in the trade now for a while, so.
Yeah.
So, question one.
Okay.
How do traditional taxi and private hire companies survive and thrive in the age of AI and automation?
Well, I am in technology, so
Yes.
AI is very important to a lot of industries. I think the most important thing there is that AI recognises what passengers want
Yeah.
and their behaviour. So I think clever technology can identify what car the passenger wants,
Yeah.
which journey they want to go on, what they don't like, what they do like, maybe speed of the car and different journeys, different ways they do things. So AI is very important for that.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. How do independent operators compete with companies like Uber and other global platforms?
I think that it's all about loyalty, and I think I see a lot of these companies popping up around the country, and I think that people, especially older generation, prefer to use a local company rather than a big Uber company. But I think, collaborations, I think, is also something.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the way forward.
Local businesses, local communities will keep the smaller businesses alive. I think.
Yeah, definitely. So you obviously believe that collaboration and networking is essential for survival then?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay. So what technology or software has had the biggest positive impact on the business over the last few years?
Well, I
Obviously
think
talking to operators.
So dispatch systems, I
Yeah.
guess, and the way they work. Like we mentioned AI before, it's really important to integrate that in there. Apps and that operator, clever technology that they've got that interacts between the driver and the passenger.
So obviously talking to some of the operators that you talk to and being quite heavily involved in driver behaviour, I suppose.
Yeah.
How difficult do you think operators are finding recruitment and retention in today's market?
Hi and welcome to Taxi Talk. Now, did you know we have a website? Yeah, we do. And that website is here. You can see all the latest episodes on there. You can see some of the car reviews we've done. You can even get in touch with us if you'd like to appear on the next season. So for all the latest news from Taxi Talk, don't forget to go to www.taxi-talk.co.uk. Keep abreast of all the news and all the episodes are there, and just to get in touch or just to send us some lovely emails telling us how brilliant we are or how crap we are. Either way, the website is there. Now back to the main feature.
And
Well-
what the successful ones, what are they doing different?
I mean, I think retention is a key factor in the industry.
Yeah.
We know that, I know that a lot of drivers don't just work with one company.
No, not now.
They work with every company.
Yeah.
They've got 5 or 6 apps. Driver retention, well, the best way of driver retention, of course, is to give them something for free.
Yeah.
And if they give them a tippmee headrest cover,
Yeah, there we go. Great
then that
plug
is your main...
Great plug. I've got loads of drivers that have got the headrest covered, and they love it.
Yeah, and if it comes free from the operator or the fleet, then happy days for
And
the drivers.
actually, indirectly, the operators that are using tippmee, they're increasing and improving their customer service, because it's on the driver to make sure that they're giving that good service.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we do. We try to sell tippmee into those operators. Is that if they work hard and they talk to their customers and they treat them well, then they're going to get a tip.
Yeah. So, how do you see the future of the trade over the next 5 to 10 years? I know that's quite a long amount of time, but especially with EVs and autonomous vehicles?
Well, I suppose if you're looking at 5 to 10 years, then I think autonomous is going to be one of the biggest problems for drivers. I mean, I work in London, I live in London, and I can see them popping up all over the place.
Really?
Yeah. You literally pull up next to them at the traffic lights and there's no one in the car.
Crazy.
Yeah, and it's weird. But I think that's going to be a big impact on
I think
the
it will,
industry.
but then I do think that's where it's key, to keep things local and keep things, there's always going to be people that don't want a
100%,
driverless car,
yeah.
and there's going to be certain reasons for that. And I think for the operators, it's about tapping into that market a little bit more.
Yeah, I think exactly. I mean, autonomous cars is going to be a big thing in London,
Yes,
probably.
of course, and
then
any of the
probably
cities.
Manchester and Liverpool.
Yeah.
But if you live anywhere else in the UK, I mean, a lot of passengers like to have the same driver pick them up. They've been picking them up for years.
Yeah, and they'll often
and so
ask
that
for them.
relationship's really great.
Yeah, and
Nothing's going to get in the way of that.
we've said several times before, we always refer to her as Ethel. I don't know why, I don't know where the name came from, but Ethel will always want that taxi because she wants to speak to that driver. It might be the only person she speaks to all day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and she goes to does the same trips every week.
Yeah.
So a driverless car is not going to be something she would want.
It's going to be frightening for someone who's at a certain age. Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
But as I say, those the autonomous cars are, I think, going to be travelling around the UK in the countryside for a long, long time.
I think it will kind of follow the same route as Uber, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And how Uber has kind of, moved around and expanded. I think it will take the same route.
Yeah.
It's still, Uber's still not that big an impact in my area because it's a little market town.
Yeah.
So that we'll probably be one of the last.
Yeah,
that we'll see the driverless
it's
car
interesting
thing.
though, because when you do put a postcode, because it's all done on postcodes. If you put a postcode in, sometimes in the countryside, you can land up in a field, and it says you've arrived at your destination.
Yeah, that's literally like my street.
I'm not sure how autonomous cars are going to deal with that one.
Yeah, no, me neither. Not when there's it's a dirt track or a
computer says
cow
no
in the middle of the.
Yeah, you're like, you're driven into a field.
But that'll be our saving grace, I suppose. But we'll see. Okay, so lessons. So what has been the biggest lesson or toughest moment in the last 12 months for any of the operators that you've spoken to or yourself? What sort of lessons have you learned? Is there anything that's kind of stood out?
I suppose if you're going to be in this industry, it's all about longevity and building relationships with people and surviving within the community of people in the industry.
Yeah.
Is that what you're sort of...
Really, yeah. I think that we've got to try and rebuild the loyalty that drivers used to show us.
Yeah.
And the customers used to show us years ago.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think we've kind of let go of that a little bit. So I think that's going to be key for all of us, to be honest with you. So are customers' expectations changing? And how do you think operators can continue to deliver great service in such a fast-moving digital world? Is it down to, the personable? Yeah,
I think
service?
So. I think that it's always going to be like that in most industries. If you've got if you've got relationships in your community, then I think it works. In big cities, I don't know. No one cares, do they? As long as you go from A to B,
as quick as they can.
They don't care, and it's also about cost.
Yeah.
I've noticed recently that Uber surge their fares, and I think that does massive damage to people. I mean, I live in London and I get Ubers all the time, and I get Ubers to the same place a lot. And sometimes it can be £9, sometimes it can be 18 quid.
Yeah, crazy.
And I when it goes to 18, I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that's...
I actually had a similar experience. I was in Birmingham the other week, and our taxi to where we were going on the way was like half the price it was coming back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just
that just doesn't make any sense.
Because it was a Saturday night by then.
And if it rains, if it's a Friday, 11 o'clock,
whereas
when
a local
the pub closes,
firm, it would be a similar price.
Regardless,
definitely. Other than, of traffic. But it's interesting. Well, Jason, thank you very much
it's a pleasure.
for giving us your time today. It's been a pleasure as always.
Jodie,
thank you.
Lovely to see you.
And I'll see you at the bar later.
We will be around.
Excellent.
And I'll buy you a drink.
Okay, lovely.
Lovely, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Taxi talk. Taxi talk.